Discipline is what sets apart an average person from an extraordinary one. It's the ability to go further than others. Having discipline is tough. It takes practice and tricking your brain. As humans, we have this primitive instinct that drives us to seek dopamine, a substance generated in our brains that gives us a sense of pleasure. It makes sense because our brains reward us with pleasure when we do things that are beneficial to us, like eating when we're hungry, drinking when we're thirsty, or reproducing to ensure the survival of our species. Dopamine has helped humans progress, but there's one problem. It's addictive. We're not perfect machines. We have our flaws. For example, we age and eventually die. In the case of dopamine, it's responsible for addictions like social media, video games, and drugs. We've figured out ways to make our brains release dopamine quickly and effortlessly, leading to instant gratification. The modern world is filled with stimuli that trigger our instant satisfaction, and that's a problem. Most of the things that provide instant gratification don't actually contribute anything substantial, just momentary pleasure. So, how do we solve this problem in a society that's all about instant gratification? How can we develop the discipline to achieve what we set out to do, even on those days when motivation seems to be non-existent? This is where the example of Miyamoto Musashi becomes relevant. Despite not being a Stoic philosopher, we can draw great insights from his life and philosophy and apply them to our own lives to become more disciplined and accomplish what we set out to do. Miyamoto Musashi was a samurai who was born in Japan in the year 1584. Since he was a child, his goal was to become the greatest swordsman in all of Japan. To achieve this, he trained tirelessly and traveled across the country, facing the best dueling masters of his time. It is said that he participated in over 60 duels and was never defeated. In many cases, he had to confront multiple enemies at once, which led him to master the art of wielding a sword in each hand. In addition to his prowess as a warrior, Musashi was also a philosopher and wrote several books, with the most notable one being The Book of Five Rings, where he captured his philosophy and his path based on discipline to become the greatest warrior in Japan. Here are 4 essential insights for self-discipline inspired by Miyamoto Musashi's philosophy of life. 1. Resisting temptation. Discover why it's crucial to avoid indulging in activities solely for immediate gratification. Musashi avoided doing things solely for the sake of pleasure. He believed that it would weaken him and make him undisciplined. By rejecting desire or instant gratification, the only way his brain could generate dopamine was through achievement and effort. For example, when he defeated an opponent in a duel or completed a sword training session, he tricked his brain into believing that effort was the only way to feel good. Thus, if he wanted to feel good, the only thing he could do was exert himself. Musashi knew that greatness came at a price, and he needed to pay it, no matter how challenging it was. Do you think he would have become the greatest swordsman if he slept in or skipped a training session just because he didn't feel like it? Musashi said, "Do not waste time idling or thinking after you have set your goals." 2. Focus and growth. Learn the power of concentrating on one endeavor and expanding your skills within it, leading to remarkable personal growth. Musashi believed that focusing on and mastering a single art could open 1,000 different paths. He chose to relentlessly master the art of the sword and constantly pushed his limits. His swordsmanship skills provided him with numerous opportunities throughout his life. Focusing on fully mastering one skill instead of trying different things based on momentary desires is crucial. Often, the motivation to do many things at once can result in not completing any of them. It is easier to be disciplined with one task, and once that task becomes part of our daily routine, we can move on to the next one. This way, we build a habit and no longer rely on motivation to do what we need to do. We progress step by step and focus on one task at a time. 3. Unwavering commitment. Find out how to stay resolute on your chosen path, even during moments of doubt or lack of motivation. One of the primary causes of lack of discipline in individuals is a lack of patience. When we embark on something new, we seek quick results due to the culture of instant gratification that surrounds us in today's society. Miyamoto Musashi would constantly remind himself, never abandon the path. Like any human being, he would face moments of doubt in his pursuit of a goal. If we have a clear objective, it is important to focus on it and have patience. The key lies in being certain of what we are doing and taking a moment to reflect if we are truly committed to our goal and willing to sacrifice whatever is necessary to achieve it. With a clear idea, combined with patience and a focus on the actions we must take, we will eventually attain what we set out to do. This is the formula for discipline. 4. Honor and integrity. Explore the significance of living with honor, integrity, and unwavering principles, fostering a disciplined and fulfilling life. Miyamoto Musashi followed the principles of Bushido, also known as the Way of the Warrior. Bushido was a set of codes of conduct for samurai, comprised of 7 virtues: honor, respect, integrity, honesty, courage, compassion, and loyalty. Of the 7 virtues, honor was the most important in Bushido. Honor involves respecting oneself, and in doing so, one behaves with honesty, respect, integrity, courage, compassion, and loyalty. Acting with honor also means refraining from cheating or seeking shortcuts in life, and not choosing the easy path. If you respect yourself, you won't behave like someone who seeks instant gratification and is unwilling to make an effort. By respecting yourself, you acknowledge your capabilities and don't give up on daily work towards a goal. Behaving in an honorable manner translates to discipline. What do you think of Miyamoto Musashi's philosophy? I look forward to your response in the comments. It's important to remember that we are not perfect, and we will fail many times in our attempt to be disciplined. We must be realistic and understand that things may not go as we want them to immediately, and we will make mistakes. It is crucial that when we stray from the path, we return to it no matter how many times we have deviated. Over time, we will deviate less and less. Train your discipline in the same way Miyamoto trained with his swords. Be consistent and make an effort. If you live without working on your discipline, try doing something challenging or uncomfortable for yourself at least once a day. I hope this video helps you achieve the goals you set for yourself. Until next time,